everyone, and welcome to this unboxing video for Dark Souls Lore Games Explorer Expansion! So, this is one of the expansions that makes up all the stretch goals, aka Wave 3 of the Kickstarter. And by the looks of it, this is all kind of stuff that you might or do wander into while playing one of the various games. I can actually see stuff on here primarily from Dark Souls 1 and 3. But the big one being the Pursuer, which on the Scholar of Sin version, it's very clear that there's more than one Pursuer. Otherwise, originally only ran into them on New Game Plus. Alright, so, let's get to this. It looks like a nice, simple, straightforward expansion with, I'm guessing, what is 2 mini-bosses by the looks of it. Rules for one, miniatures and rules for another. But, yeah. Definitely a larger rulebook. Goes over the contents. I want to find out... Yep. Okay, so one of them is Ornstein, but it's the old Dragon Slayer. You just use Ornstein's model. So this also has 3D terrain. Oh, and the mimics have health wheels as well. Speaking of which, there's the health wheels. At least not punched out. As usual, 2 decks of cards, 1 normal, 1 small. There's also pegs for said health wheels. Let's start with the small cards. Looks like there's some new Explore cards in here, so the ones that you use to go, hey, here's the baddies. These. I'll save those for a later video, but it's just a bunch of those. Then we've got items that don't have text on them beyond their name, and then ones that do, but in various languages. And there's not actually that many here in total. These are all another language, making it so that even with the non-text one, that's all there is for items. We've got the Silver Knight Spear, Parrying Dagger, and Uchina Gatana. Black Firebomb, Poison Throwing Knives, and Great Scythe. So this rounds out a lot of the equipment. If it works anything like the Dark Root equipment, you swap things out and put things in, and I don't remember if they get removed randomly or not. I haven't played the game in a really long time, honestly. Then we've got Claws, Dragon Slayer Great Bow, and Giant's Halberd. These are all still common items. And then the last common item is, at least without text, Silver Knight Armor. Then we've got the Old Dragon Slayer Spear from the Old Dragon Slayer. The Pursuer's Ultra Great Sword. The Pursuer's Great Sword from, you guessed it, the Pursuer. Then we've got some stuff with text from the common sets, being a Titanite Shard, a Raw Gem, and Havel's Great Shield. Surprised that's not in with the set box that has that. Or at least I think there's one. The Dark Woods Green Ring and an Ember. There's like an Ember in every expansion. And then we've got 2 more text items, one from the Old Dragon Slayer and another from the Pursuer, being the Old Leo Ring and the Ring of Blades. Sounds about right. Then onto some standard size cards, which is usually, hey, here's what the baddies do. Like, for the Mega Bosses, I think these were the size card for the enemy deployment for Tier 4 encounters. But yeah, we've got the Old Dragon Slayer, which is, image-wise, just a darkened-up version of Ornstein. And then we've got his data cards, which are Darkness Bolt, Spear Sweep, Spear Lunge, Skewering Charge, Leaping Darkness, and then his heat-ups are Lunging Combo, Massive Sweep, and Darkness Falls. And they all have the same image, which is the same one from the data card. And we've got the Pursuer. Ooh, shiny. That fight was so much fun, especially once you actually get to learn it, rather than just, Because it's really scary, especially when you find them in the first place you can. But once you learn those, it's just like, this is actually one of the best fights in the entire series. His abilities are, you needed to make sure these weren't in different languages. 3 wide blade swings, 2 stabbing strikes, a rising blade swing, an overhead cleave, cursed impale. Always sucked to get hit by that ability. A back dash, a forward dash, dark magic, shield bash, and shield smash. He doesn't seem to have a heat up. Not that I could tell, at least. Then we've got Hungering Mimic instead of just Mimic. It's multiple language cards. And yeah, it's a foe. Okay, there's 2 mimics. Oh boy. But the Hungering Mimic has Rasking Slash, Heavy Punch, Leaping Spin Kick, Stomping Kick, Charging Chomp, Vicious Chomp, and Aggressive Grab. Whee! While the Voracious Mimic, yummy, has the same abilities. They're probably stat-wise different, but they're all named the same. Then we've got some treasure chests. I'm guessing this is how they determine mimics, because 3 of them are items, 2 of them are chompy. Surprised the mimic headpiece isn't one of the items. And then there's 2 normal enemies in here, with the Firebomb Hollow and the Silver Knight Spearman. So, with that stated, let me move on to the miniatures. Because, miniature game! So, this is primarily terrain, from what I can tell. And then the rest is just those monsters. So, yeah. This just should be interesting. Also, I don't think the Mimic has a facing. Like, the lines that are just like this quarter or that quarter. I didn't pay too much attention to the cards. I didn't notice if they had one or not. If they do, that's going to be really odd. Like, painting, I can fix that. But that seems like oversight if that's the case. In fact, let me just take a quick look instead of wondering. Nope, they don't. Okay, so not an oversight, just something that crossed my mind, though. Alright, so we've got multiple graves. 5 graves. They all look the same. 8 barrels in total. 4 of each design, so one very clean and the other one just a mess. We've got 4, I'm checking all of them one by one, normal treasure chests, and chain curves in, and a mimic treasure chest with the chain going out. People get that reference. Awesome. There is another mimic miniature. I'll get to that one in a bit. Then we've got 3 Firebomb Hollows. Firebomb in hand. And 3 Silver Knights. These, I think, might be the same pose as the Spear Knights from the core game. Then we've got the Standing Mimic, like, here it is, ready to attack. Oh, yeah, that you can see the spacing between the lid parts. That hopefully does not pop off. Now, I know painting this is going to be a bit of a pain because I remember it having pointed out, and I'll have to double check it. The texture of the tongue is the outside of the box. Like, it's definitely, hey, I'm trying to do this, but I do it poorly. I don't normally look like this. I want to eat you. And then we've got the Pursuer, who, that is wonderful. For those that don't know, the Pursuer normally floats. And that's probably the best you're going to get of a miniature floating. Also, the weapon is mostly nice and straight, unlike a lot of swords in this game for some reason. Artorias is pretty bad. But that's everything in this box. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press the like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this, feel free to share this video. Either way, you'll help this video get seen more. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and press that dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. Also, feel free to comment in general, such as if you'd like to see an overview of this sooner than the other expansions, or if you'd like to see me paint stuff in this sooner than the other expansions, or you'd like to talk Dark Souls in general, or anything else along those lines. And if you'd like to see more like this, be it more unboxing videos, my board game overviews, my painting videos, all three of which I do for Dark Souls the board game, and anything else that I might do in this channel, feel free to subscribe. Regardless, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!